Have you ever wondered if the force of a stand could be compared to the intensity with which we defend freedom of expression and demand tax cuts? Imagine this. In a universe where each stand not only symbolizes extraordinary power, but also a life philosophy, the battle between the mightiest and the seemingly weakest becomes the perfect metaphor for the political and social clashes we experience today. In this script, we dive into the definitive tier list of JoJo's bizarre adventure stands, ranking them from those that radiate an almost divine energy to those that barely spark a flicker of excitement. The narrative unfolds with the rawness of a debate where the political right shines, defending unbridled freedom of expression and clamoring for a reduction in taxes that stifle creativity and entrepreneurship. Each stand, with its unique abilities and quirks, represents a facet of a universe where brute strength and intelligence blend to create a setting brimming with epic stories, much like that of Star Platinum, whose power not only symbolizes the unwavering determination of its users, but also echoes the sentiment that the people deserve greater autonomy to express their opinions without censorship. Just like in politics, where our Generation Z demands more freedom and less red tape, the selection of these stands reflects a commitment to truth, where the superiority of the strong is undeniable and the subjectivity of rankings fuels heated debates, always served with that quick-witted, biting humor that doesn't hesitate to call out the status quo and expose the flaws of a system that keeps hiking taxes without giving back to the citizen, stripping away the essence of a freedom that should be inherent and unrestricted. As we venture into the S tier, the pinnacle of stands, we encounter characters who soar to an almost divine level, embodying excellence and power that mirror the spirit of a politics centered on individual liberty and the easing of the fiscal burden that plagues our daily lives. Here stands like Star Platinum and the world are portrayed not merely as manifestations of raw strength, but also as symbols of resistance against any form of oppression, be it imposed by the state or by ideologies that restrict the free flow of thought. The narrative becomes a genuine journey of self-discovery and social critique, where the universe of JoJo intertwines with the reality of our political debates, turning every clash into a lesson on the value of self-determination and the courage to confront unjust systems. And don't think our script is confined to praising only the titans of power. By exploring the nuances of the intermediate and lower tiers, we find surprising analogies with ineffective policies and proposals that only serve to increase the tax burden without delivering tangible benefits to the citizen, standing in stark contrast to the ideals of the right, which calls for a leaner, more efficient governance that respects each individual's freedom. In this context, every comparison between a stand and political strategy becomes a rallying cry against practices that stifle development and curb creativity, making the viewer feel part of a movement that champions a revolution of ideas and a freer economy, where tax cuts and the preservation of free speech are non-negotiable priorities, reflecting the urgent need for a paradigm shift in our times. Reaching the final part of this engaging script, it becomes impossible not to reflect on how the ranking of the stands in JoJo's bizarre adventure intertwines with the challenges we face in the real world, where the quest for power, recognition, and, above all, the freedom to be and express oneself is ever present. Each stand, with its strengths and weaknesses, embodies a facet of a broader debate, where efficiency, innovation, and the courage to defy established norms are essential for building a more just and prosperous society. While some stands emerge as imposing heroes, capable of turning the tide in crucial moments, others remind us that not all power equates to virtue, and that sometimes an excess of might can be as harmful as political inertia. The parallel extends to the realm of ideas, where the political right stands firm in favor of tax cuts that discourage excessive state intervention, fiercely defending freedom of expression and the individual's right to carve out their own path without being constantly monitored by a bloated and inefficient bureaucracy. Amid this landscape rich with analogies and metaphors, our narrative invites the viewer to question not only the hierarchy of the stands, but also the established order in our societies, sparking a debate that transcends the boundaries of fiction and delves into the forthcoming political and economic transformations. Could it be that, just as the stands reveal themselves amid epic battles, we too might break free from the shackles that limit each individual's potential and forge a new chapter where freedom and tax reduction become the true hallmarks of a more promising future?